know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standards, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. The captain passes to Barnes. And the professor pulls it down. Gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Rob. Here's Russell. And there's the drive.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You gotta love the effort. That's big time.
B, the pass to the professor. Here's the floater. That one will not drop. It's his first miss. He's 4 for 5. Outside, Russell. To the inside. That one will not drop. It's his first miss. He's 4 for 5. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Skinny. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that have been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
Big Reds check in for the professor. Both shots good from the stripe.
And that's about what we expect. He's been excellent from the line tonight.
Gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Pass to the captain. Fires for 3. And Russell gets it to go. Russell's got 13.
Well, he is doing everything he can offensively in this quarter, but unfortunately, it's a team game, and he can't win this alone.
Here is Skinny. He's got 10. Here's B. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. B's got his third basket of the night.
Excellent play. Just adding fuel to the fire and really trying to put this one out of reach.
Well, with the pace of this game, you don't want to leave anything to chance.
Inside. Down low. Power down with both hands.
Trying to contest size is probably wishful thinking.
Gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Russell passes to the captain. Out to Russell. To the left side wing. 5 to shoot. Goes up to the stripe. It's rebounded by Skinny.
Yeah, that's a sigh of relief heard from the bench. Weak defense didn't cost him that time.
They set the pick. Pass to Big Red. Here is Skinny. His last outing with 20 points. 20 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Russell. Count the buckets, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, he's certainly not the reason they're down. If they're going to grab the lead here, more guys are going to have to step up.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Here is Skinny. He's got 10. Out left to the wing. There's the 3. And that does it for the first half of play. Up by 9. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie Laporte has got something for us.
Here with Coach Steve Kerr, your defense struggling to contain them in the first half. How do you remedy it?
We got to get back in transition. We got to make them feel us. You know, they're just running anything they want. We've got to at least disrupt the stuff they're trying to do.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Allie. Much appreciated. Halftime now, and we'll be back to get the third quarter underway in just a moment.
Half-court shots. Please direct your attention to center court. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot. Nice call. Let's hear it for the participant.
Welcome to halftime, and after 2 quarters played, some ground to make up.
Poor execution for them offensively. Settling for bad shots far too often. Recipe for disaster.
Man, Kenny, your optimism is infectious. And moving along, a metric for that first half. Love me some metrics. Checking out the top performer on each team.
You watch them, they have competing styles, man. But the net effect, at least offensively, is very, very similar.
Pretty crazy how easy it is for these guys to score.
They make it look easy, Ernie. It ain't.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. A fantastic game from Boomer in this one.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
When he gets the ball this deep and establishes position, now it's a matter of getting to his go-to moves that he loves.
38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. To the captain. Top the key, Barnes. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Barnes has got his second basket. Gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Barnes out there with Russell. And there's the captain. And there's the monster. Here is Skinny. Just 5 on the clock. 3 off the mark. Skinny's gone 3 of 8 shooting from the floor. Pass to Russell. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. The monster passes to Russell. It's good. Russell's got 18 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
Here's the professor. 8 points for him. Pass to Big Red. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 6.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a play.
Barnes outside. Here's the captain. Hasn't made one yet. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
He's not quite there, but he's very close to his spot in the starting lineup for the West.
And to have the great season he's having and still not crack the top 5, that just tells you a lot about how terrific some of the other Western Conference players have been.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase. We'll keep you updated with the results each day during the voting. Here's the captain. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Pass to Russell. Here's the captain. And And the professor pulls it down. The professor's got his 4th rebound in this one.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Pass to Barnes. Here's the captain. Takes it inside, hangs in midair, and converts on the double clutch layup.
Well, he added a little bit of sauce to that. I'm not sure it was needed, but he'll certainly make a highlight reel.
Big Red passes to Skinny. Pass to the professor. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And here's Russell. Lets it go with the 3. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Another bomb for him right now. His 3-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
He has quickly piled up the points by stringing those threes together.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Here's the monster. He has yet to score. It's deflected. With the break in the action, let's show you the teams with the most second chance points last year.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
He's checked in for Big Red. Gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. A minute 20 left to play in the third. Here is Skinny. He's got 10. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
First personal foul, first team foul. At the line for 2, number 17.
First one falls for him. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. From the field, 44%, not bad. Here's Russell, and it's denied. Right wing gets up a 3. A 3-pointer is right on target. He's got 12.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, you have to love the execution, and you have to love the relentlessness.
And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Russell's got 8 points in the quarter.
And that's his second 3 of the half and his 5th overall, really lighting it up.
A 3 ball. And it's Russell with the rebound. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Ball stolen. "20 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here is Skinny. He's guarded by Russell. Skinny the pass to the professor. Shot clock at 5. To the middle. That shot off. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Up by 11. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, coaches love unselfishness, and this is exactly what they're referring to.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. With his first shot attempt, that's short off the rim.
And players avoid taking mid-range shots these days. It's almost like the threes are easier for players to get.
We've got Russell, the monster out there with the captain. Then it's Barnes. Now, here is Russell. Pass to the monster. Here's the captain. No good from outside. Gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. Throws it down despite the man right in his face. A chance here for a 3-point play.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
When you have someone running point who's also a factor at the rim like that, it's a huge advantage.
Big Red's checked in for B. Tim, at one point, your dream was to play professional baseball. Why did you switch?
Kevin, it really came down to this. Hit a growth spurt when I was 14 years old, and I decided to go try this basketball thing that first year in high school. As it turns out, what I fell in love with, I didn't need anybody else to get better. I had an insatiable work ethic. It lent itself to hours and hours on the basketball court by myself.
That is such an interesting perspective. Here is Skinny. Takes the 3. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And the slam dunk by Russell.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Puts up a deep 3. And it's Russell with the rebound. Gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. To the paint. It's tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, that'll give them something to think about.
On defense, the home team. Pass to the monster. Just 5 on the clock. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Shoot 2.
Free throw good, Russell. That one is no good. Gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. No good on the wing 3.
You have to defend the 3-point line. They got lucky he missed that one.
Fires the 3. Drills the 3-pointer. Russell's got 6 in the quarter.
And this offensive explosion has narrowed the gap.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
That's just his first turnover of the game. For the most part, he's been very reliable.
Gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Pass to the monster. And here's the fast break. Here's Skinny, throws down the breakaway jam.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
When you have someone running point who's also a factor at the rim like that, it's a huge advantage.
Now, here is Russell. Here's Barnes. Jacks up a three. Not that time. It won't go. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here is Skinny. Tries the spin move. And the three misses. On 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Fast break. Here we go. Oh, great touch off the pass.
Well, he is really filling it up, but also keeping others involved.
Number 8. Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for one. Number 30.
On 6 of 14 with the three ball tonight, just a little over 40%.
2 minutes remaining.
Now Barnes.
2 minutes.
Oh, that is a big-time jam.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
It's Russell. Here's the captain. Another shot. It's off target. 1:27 left in the game. With the drive, buries the alley-oop.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Here's the captain. Now Barnes. And that one is good.
Interior passing is so difficult if you aren't precise. They were right there. Nice work.
Driving the lane.
Away team foul. Russell. First personal foul, third team foul. At the line for two, number 30.
He drops the first one, and that'll push the lead to double digits. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's the captain. No good there.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Green from outside.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
Here's the captain. It's Russell. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's the professor, covered by Barnes. It misses. And so they get the victory here at home. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that'll do it, folks. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Skinny.
And inside the locker room, everyone trying to lock in, get mentally ready for another hard-fought NBA battle. Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Along with the all-star team of Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. And with balloting underway, a chance to check out the leaders in the all-star voting.
Well, it's so interesting to see where the
and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. It's Friday night, and live on 2K Sports, we're going to bring you the NBA and all its excitement. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Leichler and Greg Anthony, and our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
Let's take a look at Rose. He's not too far away from a spot in the starting five. A lot of votes have been coming his way.
And even if he doesn't get the fan votes he needs to become a starter, you have to believe he'll be a part of the Eastern Conference All-Star team.
And keep tuning in for updated results. You can visit NBA.com for more. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Goose, Wizard out there with Rose. Then it's T, and it's the natural in... the power forward. We've got the captain. He's out there with the captain, and it's Sutton in at the 2 guard. You know, when you break down these teams, Greg, they are excellent on the defensive end.
Yeah, so let's give credit to their coaches. They prepare their teams well, motivating their guys to give that consistent effort. And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
Pass to Goose. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's the captain. Outside, Scott takes a three. Goose with the rebound. Here's the Wizard, defended by Scott. Pass to Goose. That misses off the backboard. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's the screen to the inside, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Great use of the bounce pass right there, setting up his teammate.
Pass to T. Here's the Wizard. Now Rose. A three-pointer off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Shot from 12. Goose with the rebound.
Well, he usually brings rain from there, but not this time.
A shot by T, no good.
Still nothing after 4 shot attempts. They're desperate to see something fall through the net.
Back to Scott. There's a good screen. Here's Sutton. From outside, off the mark. A shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
And make some noise for your dance team.
Chambers is checked in for Goose. And let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that blocked the most shots in the NBA last year.
A big part of their defense really revolved around their ability to block shots at the rim. It's so valuable to have that kind of backline protection. Allows you to be aggressive on the perimeter.
Outside Rose. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Here's Sutton. Rebounded by Chambers.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
I'm not sure what he was thinking right there, but we see this in this game sometimes.
Here's the Wizard. Pass to T. Shot clock at 6. Now Rose to end the cold streak. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. And that one ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Well, it's a miracle that pass wasn't picked off. Instead, it goes out of bounds.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's the captain. Scoreless thus far. For the 3. The captain, no good. Gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. With the step back. Pass to Rose. Here's the natural. 6 to shoot. From 17 feet out. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Sutton pass to Scott. There's the pick. Down low. Here's the captain. And down it goes. Jamming that one home.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
And now this offense feels like they can just do whatever they want.
Here's Chambers. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, that's what you're trying to do offensively. Get a shot close to the rim.
Pass to the captain. Back to Scott. Misses the 3. Gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far. Just 25%. The Wizard passes to T. Here's the natural. Outside Rose. Jacks up a 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Rose has got 6.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
Defended by Chambers. Outside Scott. Here's the captain. Boom! He jams it straight down.
That is not possible. What we just... Is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Here's the Wizard. Fires the 3. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. They lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And that's where their advantage is. Throw the ball inside, make it difficult for the defense to make some decisions.
And it's time for an injury report.
You let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. Though it'll take some time to fully recovery from this injury, the staff has given him the green light to play on it. Guys?
Allie, thanks as always. He's certainly been on our minds. Now, at least, Greg, we have a little more clarity.
Yeah, now they have the information they need to take the best course of action.
Well, sometimes those injuries come at a tough time.
Wizard out there with Chambers. And it's the natural. And it's Goose. And it's the waiter in at the 3 spot. Here's the Wizard. Still scoreless. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. This one for 3. Hits the 3-point bomb.
they've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Pass to Chambers. Here's the Wizard, defended by Scott. Here's the Waiter. Chambers the pass to the Waiter. Over to the wing. Here's the natural. No good on the fadeaway. One of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Here's Scott. Buries the long-range jumper. Scott's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And it's blocked. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey, Kevin. Commissioner Adam Silver talked about tweaking the game. He said analytics takes sports in a certain direction because it's a coach and GM's job to win, and they'll do everything they can to do so under the existing rules. It's on us to adjust because we're also looking at the aesthetic appeal of the game. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Now that we have over half of this season completed, Greg, what are you most interested in seeing moving forward?
I'm looking at which teams are going to make that playoff push, right? And which teams are...
Here's the captain. He's got 8. Latrey. It's in. He's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to the Wizard. Here's Goose. Nothing on the board. And the shot no good. A bit short.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's the captain. Here's the captain. 11 points in the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, they have just found the better looks, and they are capitalizing.
Pass to Goose. Inside. Got a piece of it. And here is Scott. And finished off by Scott.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was short, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You've got to love the effort. That's big time.
Here's Goose to the right side. Here's the screen. Kirkland. And again, unable to change momentum here. Here's Rodriguez, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
1:25 left in the first half of the game. And Little General gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. So both teams changing it up here. We've got 1:23 left to play here in the half. Pass to Goose. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the Wizard to the middle. It's tipped. And here we go. And he jams it with authority.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
I like their offensive approach. They've been aggressive, but under control.
I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And now it's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best fast break teams from a season ago.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
.56 seconds left in the first half. Rose passes to Kirkland. Here's T. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. They set the screen from deep. Rose. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now Rodriguez. Pass to the captain. Here's Sutton. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own. It's no good. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Delivering the blowout. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Fans get ready for the IRPM Amazing Show with your hockey buddy, Arena Entertainment.
Thanks for tuning in. We love the mountain climbing, don't we? Well, there's a huge mountain to climb.
I give credit to their opponent, forcing shooters off their spots, making them uncomfortable.
Yeah, it looks like these guys came in unprepared for that.
And next up, a look at the top performers for each team in that first half.
These two guys we thought they'd bring it tonight, it has been brought, playing with no fear.
Can't forget about your teammates, though. Got to keep them involved, too.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, the captain has been exceptional here, guys.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
And you are going to see this defense now switch things up against him, but he has the skill set to counter that.
Ghastly 26% from the field. Their offensive game looking completely out of whack. The captain out there with the captain. Then there's Scott, and it's Sutton in at the shooting guard position. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half. Now, here's Scott. Here's the captain. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Here's the Wizard. He has yet to score. Goose's shot is off.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Spins. Back to Scott. The putback, it's good on the putback.
His efficiency throughout this game has really been something, and his team has been able to succeed in large part because of it.
Here's the Wizard. Outside Rose, the 3, and the 3 ball is good. Rose has got 12.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Pass to the captain. Back to Scott. Clock at 6. To the paint. Here's the captain, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
We're seeing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
That is just beautiful ball movement, unselfish basketball.
Here's the Wizard. Pass to Rose from deep. Rebounded by the captain. The captain's got his 6th rebound on the night.
That's a cold start out of the break. Only one of his first 4 has he gotten to go. They're on fire to start this quarter, and with each basket, their confidence grows.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thank you, guys. Commissioner Adam Silver was asked about the wildest ideas thrown around in the league office. He said, quote, one thing that's been discussed is potentially 2 free throws for a foul on a 3-point shot. I don't think we'd do it in the last 2 minutes of the game, but that's something interesting. Back to you, Kevin.
Not a bad idea. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Here's the captain. He's got 17.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's just good coaching. They have made the better adjustments.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Outside, Scott after the captain. Trains the three-pointer. The captain's got 11 in the second half.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, you have to love the execution, and you have to love the relentlessness.
Here's the Wizard. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to T. Nice jump shot. Good.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's the captain. 6 points for him. And T is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul.
And just the way pilots use VR to train, now NBA officials can do the same.
Yeah, it's all about reps, right? Getting them with a headset in a lower stress setting helps prepare them to make the right call when the lights are brighter.
Chambers is checked in for Rose. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
To the away team.
Gone into a slump here from 3-point range. Shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Pass to Goose. Here's the Wizard. From the arc. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
There's the pick. Here's the captain. Count that bucket. The captain's got 8.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game has gone, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
Here's T. Launches from deep. Scott pulls it in.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Now here's Rodriguez. Back to Scott. 6 to shoot. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Gone to someone so far, 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. The Wizard passes to Chambers. Lets it go from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc. He has 5. Scott with the ball. He has 5. Rodriguez outside. And right away, they answer with a three-pointer of their own.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Delivering the blowout. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. We've got the little general. E.J. Tucker is out there with Mr. Moves. Then there's the waiter, and it's Duarte in at the 2 spot. Now here's Okafor. Pass to Okiki. Just 5 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. He can't get it to go. And 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Now here's Tucker. To the middle. Here's Mr. Moves. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
First personal foul, first team
GA
foul.
in recent seasons, we've seen the MVP debate get a little contentious.
I mean, every year there's about 3 or 4 guys who are deserving of the award. And the closer the race is, I think the more heated things tend to get. So especially since the criteria for the award is so subjective.
And he can't hit the second. Gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. And the shot goes in.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Pass to Tucker. Inside. Here's Mr. Moves. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
Sutton passes to Okafor. There's Okiki. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Okafor. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Okafor's got his first 2 points of the night.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Okafor with the steal, and they're moving it up. Here's Roden, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Great effort and gets in a little razzle-dazzle at the end of that one.
Well, he had the spotlight. Why not add a little flair?
Here's Little General. Pass to Tucker. Down low. A steal. Here's Okiki. Rebounded by Tucker.
Well, protecting the rim, plays like that really bolster your defense.
Here's Little General to the inside. Mr. Moves passes to Tucker. Okafor grabs the miss. Gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Banked in off the glass.
And look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that